Hello and welcome to my kit reveal video for the Happy Home Kit. I'm excited to share this month's beautiful collection with you. You can find it right here. Today I'll be walking you through all the parts of the Happy Home Kit, including the main kit, the embellishment add-on, the pattern paper add-on, and the cardstock add-on. Plus, we have something extra this month. We have a die add-on that I know you're going to love. And that's not all. This month, I'm thrilled to introduce a brand new product release from Mercy Tiara Kits. These are our pocket card kits. And this month we have two designs available, one that perfectly coordinates with the Happy Home Kit and another one that's a holiday edition for all of your festive and holiday documenting. So let's dive into these kits. So let's start with the Happy Home main kit. This kit comes with 12 beautiful papers and lots of fun goodies and embellishments. So I am going to start with just the pattern paper. Now, if you get the main kit without the extra pattern paper add-on, you will get 12 beautiful sheets of paper that work beautifully together and are from a variety of different collections. If you get the extra pattern paper add-on, then you will have two of each sheet of paper. So this is great for people who have trouble deciding between the two different beautiful sides, or for those of you who do a lot of double pages or just a lot of scrapbooking. So I'm going to start with this beautiful first piece of paper. This is from the family collection from Echo Park, and it features this beautiful floral on a cream background. It's actually more of an off-white than it is cream. It's just really beautiful. Love this pattern. And I think that this would make beautiful fussy cut elements, but it also makes just a gorgeous pattern paper as well. It's so pretty. I just love the design. Then when we flip it over, we have this beautiful pattern. It's pink with off-white little designs on them. Next, we have a piece from the Cardabella Winter Wonderland collection, and it has this beautiful, it's like a peachy pink. It's a very warm pink, and it has these beautiful snowflakes all over it. It's so pretty. And of course, Cardabella cardstock has that beautiful texture, and it's thick like a cardstock. The flip side of this one is this gorgeous floral. Next, we have another piece from the family collection from Echo Park. This one has all of these framed paintings, and I just love this one. It has a really homey feel. These would be so easy to cut out and use as little embellishments, but I think that this paper makes a gorgeous background paper. Particularly, I think that this would look nice on a half and half page. We've got this convenient line here and another convenient line here and here, where you could easily take a chunk of these without cutting off any of them. So I think that that will look really great. Now, the flip side of that paper is this very usable coral tone on tone damask-ish type of pattern. Next, we have from Our Happy Place from Echo Park, this gorgeous floral. It has these black dots as well as little bouquets of flowers. The flip side of this paper is this beautiful coral plaid. So pretty. Next, we have another piece from Our Happy Place. This one has little framed sayings that have a home theme. I have already used this paper, and let me tell you, I love the layout I made with it. So what I decided to do is cut out all of those pieces. This took a long time, but I just decided to cut out all the pieces and distress them, and then make them into a layout in the middle where I didn't put the frames. So this is an example of something that you can make with this. The flip side of that is this gorgeous floral with a green background and these pretty white flowers. Next, we have a piece from Simple Stories Front Porch collection. I love this floral with a brown background and pink and yellow flowers. The flip side of that is this beautiful coral and gold plaid. Next, we're heading back to the family collection from Echo Park, and we have this piece, which is very similar to this, but it does introduce some mushrooms and some other sprigs of foliage that don't show up in this one. And of course, we have this beautiful black background. The flip side of this is this pinky coral tone on tone pattern with the little diamonds on it. Next, from Echo Park's Our Happy Place, we have this pattern paper that has all sorts of home items on it. Everything from potted plants to side tables to shelves with books and decorations on it. The flip side is this beautiful green. It's like a sage green with this white grid on it that looks like it's stitched. It's so pretty. Next, we have another paper from the family collection from Echo Park, and this one I actually chose for the B side. We have this gorgeous gold with brown designs on it, and I just thought that this worked so beautifully with the kit. Look at how wonderfully it coordinates with everything in this kit. The flip side is an equally gorgeous green floral with white flowers on it and darker green leaves. Both sides of this are absolutely gorgeous. Next, we have another green floral from the family collection from Echo Park. And once again, it's white flowers on a green background. The flip side of this is these gorgeous cut-aparts. These are just so lovely, and they bring in some of the elements from the other items in the kit. Like we've got this floral arrangement coming back again, and this, which is a smaller scaled version of this pattern. So I love that these cut-aparts give you a chance to pull in some of the other items that you might have used in a larger scale. Next, we're heading back to Our Happy Place from Echo Park. We have this paper that is filled with books, like a bookshelf paper. I really love this. I think this would make a gorgeous background for a layout about your favorite books or maybe your to be read list. The flip side of that is this incredibly useful yellow tone on tone with these look a little bit like suns to me. Last but not least, we have another paper from the Front Porch collection from Simple Stories, and this one I also chose for the B side. I think that this pink just looks so pretty. It comes up so many other places in the kit, and it just is a very usable tone on tone print. Then the flip side is these beautiful 4x6 cut aparts that you could use in pocket pages, but you could also use them as elements in your page. I mean, this would even make a nice title. So now that the paper is all laid out, let's take a look at the embellishments that come in the main kit. First of all, we have this set of stickers from Our Happy Place. And this sticker sheet, I just adore it. It features all of these beautiful household items. You may even have some of these in your house. I love the idea of pulling out, a chair that's similar to your favorite chair or plants that are similar to the plants in some of your photos. This kit is going to give us lots of opportunities to scrapbook some indoors photos or photos about our everyday lives. For letter stickers this month, we have the Simple Stories Color Vibe in Coral. And I think that these are going to look so beautiful on your pages. I've already made a page, so this is a little spoiler of some of the things to come because everything in this kit, everything on this page came from the kit, but I've already used my letter stickers right here, and look at how beautifully they work. They just pick up so nicely on that background paper, on that background color, and this shows up so many different places in the kit. Next, we do have a set of Echo Park frames and tags. I love the frames and tags because it gives you such a nice balance of frames that you can use to hold titles or journaling, but also different titles that you could use even as a title or to help you tell your story. So these are all of the items that come in this, and that is what they look like. So here's what they look like up close, just to give you a sense. Next, we have a beautiful confetti mix. This is designed to coordinate perfectly with our kit. It features gold, like a matted gold, as well as cream, 2 different shades of green, and these pretty little iridescent flowers that give you just a little bit of height on your page and dimension. And last but certainly not least, we get 3 wax seals. So these wax seals are designed to coordinate with the kit. They do have an adhesive backing on them, so you just pull this backing off and they will be able to be stuck right down to your project. And these just add such a nice little pop to your pages. I'll show you how I used one of them already, just as a little detail right here. And as you can see, it just works perfectly with the other embellishments on the layout and just gave me that little hit of pink to pick up on the pink in a few other places on the page. And of course, I always love to use the packaging, especially pretty packaging like these little glassine bags. Your bag is probably going to be closed with a washi postage stamp, so you can always use that on your pages as well. I always use these bags in my layers, so this layer right here is actually a bag, and I've put some things inside of the bag, and I could have put pull-out journaling, but I actually glued my little journaling card in place. I also even used the designer strip here, and I just tucked some things inside of this bag, and it gives me a little bit of white behind these busier items so that it gives just a little bit of space and separation between the other things. And I love that it's see-through, so you can actually see the layer below it, but it still gives your eye a bit of a break and kind of reduces some of the clutter on the page. I almost forgot to share the digital downloads with you. So here are the digital downloads that come with the main kit. Every month we provide you with 3 different digital downloads that you can use in your scrapbooking. One of them is a set of labels, and this is what the Happy Home labels look like. And they come in 3 different sizes. So this is the main large size, and then we have a half size as well right here. And then we have 2 even smaller sizes right here. And that is just to fill up these pages to give you as many labels as possible. Of course, you can print up as many copies of these as you want. These are pretty easy to hand cut, and these are sized, the circles are sized for these circles, and these circles are common punch sizes. The cut files this month, I haven't even had a chance to cut them myself, but this is what they look like. I really love this leaf pattern, and I'm so looking forward to cutting this out and backing these leaves with different patterns from the kit. This is going to be so much fun. And I like that it's a fairly large pattern. You could fill in each of the individual little pieces of this, but I plan to fill each leaf with one pattern. So I think that's going to be relatively easy to do as opposed to some of the more painstaking background cut files, which look so beautiful, but they do take a bit of time to do. So looking forward to playing around with that. And then these are the icon shapes that come in a separate cut file. And so we have happy home and a little house, a sprig of leaves, and an X and an O. Of course, you can cut these as many times as you want. I'll be having fun with those. I'll be using the white cardstock that comes in the Cardstock add-on to cut this, and then I'm not sure, I might play around with this one. I really love that Happy Home title, so I'd like to try to use that somewhere in a page as well. So this is the main kit, and now I'm going to show you the embellishment kit. So I've left the paper out so you can see how beautifully this embellishment add-on coordinates with our kit. Our embellishment add-ons often include a second letter sticker. I just love mixing and matching letters to create fun titles. And so this is an example right here. I just find that these typewriter puffy letter stickers just work so well with the vibe of this kit. They have a bit of an old-fashioned homey feel to them. And look at how beautifully they work with these foam letter stickers from the main kit, as well as the acrylic piece that comes in the embellishment add-on as well. So this is just an example of how you can mix and match all of these elements to have these fun, unique titles on your page. Now, I did want to show you the quality of these stickers. These are from Maggie Holmes Forever Fields collection, and I had been eyeing these for a while. And when I designed the home kit, I knew that it would be perfect for this letter sticker. So these are actually beautiful, puffy letter stickers. They're matte and they're very soft and pliable. They're that beautiful puffy sticker that has a lot of softness to it. They're just so fun to work with. I've been loving these and I want to letter my whole life with them. They're just so beautiful and fun. So you'll get a full set of those. And the nice thing about them is that because they're small, but they're still in a full, thicker set sized sheet, you end up getting so many. Like you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you get 12 A's because there's 2 sheets of this in one package. So that's a lot of letters. You also get all the numbers as well. There's no punctuation in this set, but I really do love it. Then, speaking of puffy stickers, we also get these from Echo Park. They're from Our Happy Place, so they coordinate quite nicely with some of these papers here from that collection. They work really well with the whole kit. So these are the shinier kind of puffy stickers. I really love these little flags. When you use these kinds of puffy stickers, it introduces not only more dimension because you've got a different height, but also because they're shiny, they catch the light differently. And it just adds that little bit of extra interest, and they really do stand out on your page. Then we get 2 rolls of washi tape in the embellishment kit. And I've been really challenging myself this month to use washi. My goal is to use washi on every single layout that I make this month. And the lovely thing about getting washi in a kit is that so much comes on the roll that you will be using this for a very, very long time. So the last item in the embellishment add-on is our home acrylic. It's cut in this beautiful shade of green. It's just gorgeous. As you can see, it works really well with the kit. And here's again that example of the layout that I used the word home in my title. These items here without the paper is the embellishment add-on for the Happy Home Kit. Our cardstock add-on each month comes with 8 sheets of cardstock in 4 different colors. This month we have Basil White and Basil Coral Cream. We have Basil Aqua, which I think is not very well named. It's more of a warm, almost a sage green. And then we also have 2 sheets of My Colors, which is a brand from Photoplay, in Craft. And the Craft cardstock is smooth, and the other 3 are all textured. Textured on one side and smooth on the other side. We have these fun designer dies as an add-on to this kit as well. It features these 3 cute little potted plants, and look at the size of them. They're so cute. I think that these would be very versatile. You could use them on cards, but you could also use them as embellishments tucked in around your page. And I think they would look really great in your pocket pages as well. Our cardstock kit is specifically chosen to give you some options for using with these dies, but they would also look really cute cut out of some of the pattern papers here as well. So I am so happy to introduce to you, finally, we've been working on this product for a very long time and encountered a couple of hiccups along the way. So it took us a while to bring this to you, but I have been so looking forward to sharing with you our latest product, which is pocket cards. We are bringing you each month a set of coordinated pocket cards that are designed to work with that month's kit. I'm just going to set this second one aside for now because we actually have 2 of these this month. So these kits are designed to coordinate with that month's kit, but also could stand alone if you don't get the kit. So they will come to you in 4x6 cards, but you can cut them apart to 3x4s and then leave some of them in 4x6s. So I will show you the cards as they come first. So we get 18 of these 3x4 designs. So there's 9 cards of these. And then this is actually an extra one. So this is a 10th card with 3x4 inch designs on it. Oftentimes there will be either a cut apart card or an extra 2 cards. Then we get 4 4x6 designs. And then there will always be 6 grid cards. Some of them will be small, medium, and large sized grids. And this kit is specifically designed to cater to a DIY approach to pocket scrapbooking. I tried to make it the best of both worlds, where there is some option to make your own 4x6 cards using scraps from your kit or your stash. You can use these cards. The grid helps you to align things on it, but it's a subtle grid so that it kind of disappears into the background when your cards are finished. And I always like the look of a grid card. If you wanted to not use grids, of course, the back sides of all of these are white, and they're very good quality, thick cardstock. So these are going to hold up to anything that you might want to do with them. If you want to do some inking or misting or even mixed media on them, they're going to be sturdy enough to put up with most of what you could think to throw at them. So I'll show you them in more detail, the cut version here. And as I go through them, I've actually pulled out a few little things to help me demonstrate why I designed them the way that I did. I am an avid pocket scrapper. If you follow my channel, you know that I have been pocket scrapping since, well, for over 10 years. And I really, really love documenting my everyday memories in pockets. So I just adore the whole concept of pocket scrapbooking. So I designed these cards to meet the needs of a scrapbooker who likes to use pocket pages to use up your leftovers from your kits or to stash bust from your stash, and who likes to have the freedom to use cards in a way that works for them. So a lot of these cards are blank templates type of cards. So we have this card here with the star shape on it. It's a tone-on-tone yellow card, and I've designed the star in the middle to fit with a 2-inch punch. Many of us have a 2-inch punch. Mine looks like this. Yours might look different. If you don't have a 2-inch punch, you may have a set of circle dies that you could use. But also, if you don't have a 2-inch punch, you can just stick a sticker there. You can hand cut a photo to put there. You can put a little title there. You could add some lines and do some journaling. You can use this whatever way works for you. And that is going to be a theme throughout all of these pocket card kits. They're designed to be flexible. So there's the first one. Then we have one that has this shelf of plants at the top and a nice big open space at the bottom. You can do journaling. You can add even just like a label from the plant that you bought, maybe the little care card that you bought, and maybe put the photo of the plant on the next pocket over. You could put a photo here. This is what a 2.25 by 2.25 photo would look like on here. And this is what a 2x2 would look like if you left a little white border around it. And that's a common size that I tend to scrapbook with, is 2x2 for my square photos. You could put a 2x3 on here as well, and it would look like that. A 2.5 by 2.5 would look like this. And of course, you could also draw some lines here, use a ruler or use a journaling template, add some lines and do some journaling. Here's another card. This one has a banner. This one coordinates really beautifully with the kit. It says, "Together we make a family." And then there are some journaling lines there. So this works really well with the kit. And if for some reason this phrase doesn't work for you, I've printed out and cut some of the labels that come with our main kit, just to demonstrate how these labels that you would have if you do subscribe to our main kit, you could put one right there. You could also kind of run one off the page like this, or you could cut it in half and overlap it so that it fits there perfectly. So those are some options. You could also take stickers to cover that up, or, you know, do whatever you would like to do with this card. Here's a filler card. And I did add some filler cards because I like to have filler cards. So this one says, "I love fall most of all." And so I did include some designs to use as filler cards, but I also know that sometimes I don't like the cards that are included in a set. And so I made sure that they were not filling up the entire card, so that if for some reason you didn't like this design, you could just add a 2.5 by 2.5 inch photo there, and suddenly, that design is gone. Of course, you could always just turn it over and use it as a blank card as well, but I like to have options. Next, we have a plaid-like design. It looks a little bit more like a woven design. Coordinates nicely with the kit. Next, we have one here that says Cozy Mood. This one says it's a cozy up with a book kind of a day. And again, you could cover this with a photo if you didn't like that design. This is another circle design, tone on tone, and it coordinates beautifully with the kit and picks up on this design in particular. So we have this. So if you're using scraps from this elsewhere in your pocket page, this will pick up on that and just complement it quite nicely. You don't have to put a photo or a punched item in there. You could draw lines on it. You don't even have to draw lines because the grid is there to help you journal in a straight way, but you could also slap an accent sticker, particularly something eye-catching, like you could put this sticker right there, for example. That would look really cute, or this little lamp. Next, we have this card which features a little house and some trees and a little bit of pattern at the bottom. We have another pattern here. This one is this coral crisscrossy pattern. And just for interest, I made it 2 different colors, and I think that it would look really cute with a photo on it. You could put a sticker on it. You could do whatever you wanted. A vertical 2x3 would look nice. I think also it would make a very nice mat for a photo that's just cut a little bit smaller than 3x4. So you'd see that kind of interesting mat on the back side of it. I love a half and half design for matting. I think it's very, very interesting. So I've included that in a couple different places in these kits. Next, we have one of these, which is basically a nice framed card. It coordinates nicely with the kit, and a 2.5 by 2.5 would fit very nicely here and cover all of that white. But if you wanted to include some of the white in order to see that kind of finished border, you could use a 2x2 that's cut with a border on it, or a 2.25 by 2.25 photo there. This is another one of those crisscross patterns. You could put a photo below it, or you could do journaling on it. This is a nice combination of many of the patterns that show up elsewhere in the kit. And again, this is sized perfectly so that if you don't like that little floral bit, you can cover it up with a photo, or really even just a punched piece of cardstock with a little sticker on it. I think would look really, really cute there as well. Got so many options. This card is designed specifically for a need that I often have in my pocket pages. I find myself often with 2 little photos, either one kid and the other kid, or a before and after, or just kind of like 2 different angles of the same thing. And I don't want to have to choose between the 2 photos, but they're not so important that I want big, huge sized photos. So I designed this card for that exact purpose. And I figured out that if you printed your photos at 1.25 by 1.25, which is pretty small, then you've got room for journaling here and you've got a title here. So you might say, like ugly sweater party. You could put ugly sweaters right here and then put Scott's sweater we got at Value Village, and my sweater was in my closet from years ago. And then the photo of Scott with his and the photo of me with mine. And there we've got that memory completely documented. Just in one little card too. I love that you could just kind of document so much when you do it that way. So this is a design that you will see in future kits as well. Then we have this banner flag design. It has space here for a title or some journaling, and this smaller photo works better there. You could stamp or write or use a sticker or something for your title here for this one. Next, we have a good old standard, which works really well with a photo in the middle, but it also works really well for journaling or for a combination of the 2. and you could decorate this up with additional labels or stickers if you wanted to make it even more interesting. This one is a similar design. It says Cozy Vibes. So there's that one up close. This one has these ribbons all across it, and you could do some journaling on that. I think that this would also look kind of cute just holding a photo as well, and you could put your title there and a little caption there. I think that's really cute. Then we have 2 of these data cards. I love having data cards to capture some of my everyday moments, and I love them to be flexible because sometimes you get something here like TV shows I love, and I might not necessarily want to document about TV shows that particular month. So I left this one blank so that you could put your own title here, and then there's a place to put people, place, details, and the date. This can be extended, like used for more journaling, but you could also stick a little photo right there as well if you didn't want to document the details. So we get 2 of those. And then these are grid cards that I cut apart. So I chose to cut apart some of the smaller grid print into the 3x4 size so that I can use them just if I have a little scrap of this paper and I just want to stick it on there, I can just kind of design my own. And then for the 4x6s, this was designed specifically for using with these letter stickers, which we will be keeping in our shop. We'll be carrying these often. So these are the Simple Stories letter sticker books, and they're from Color Vibe, and they have them for a bunch of different colorways. So this is the fall one, but we will be selling the winter one in January, and we'll probably continue to offer these because I have found these super helpful to have on hand. I really like the uniformity that my project pages have with the same font in different colors all through the months and through the year. It's giving a really nice consistent look. I sized it so that either of these 2 sizes of letters that are popular sizes would fit there. This is another card that was designed around my own specific needs and assuming and hoping that you guys would have similar needs. So this one frames a 3x3-inch photo. Sometimes I have a square photo that I do want to feature, and this card does a good job of giving me a nice little mat. I don't have to go finding a piece of paper or something. It's just already there. And then we've got our journaling lines as well. Now, if you didn't want this, you could always, of course, cut another piece of paper that is the size to cover that up. You could also print this in a little bit bigger if you wanted to completely cover that. You could print this probably 3¼ by 3¼ or certainly 3½ by 3½ would definitely fill it. Then we have this card, which is a fancy frame. You could frame a title or put a little photo in there. I think that a 2x3 would look really cute there. Then this card is a 4x6. Now you could cut it and put it into 2 adjacent 3x4 pockets if you wanted to. And so again, this card is really flexible. It'll fit in the 4x6 or in 2 3x4 pockets. And it gives you a chance to document things that you're loving. So place, book, show, song, food, drink, activity. And when you're writing on these cards, anything that is solid color or solid pattern, solid colored pattern, you will need to use a slick surface pen for, as opposed to a regular pen. And that's the case for many manufacturers of these cards. I think the only cards I've ever come across that you could use a regular pen on were Becky Higgins' original Project Life branded ones. I'll just show you. I have this was a improperly cut card here, so I just have this for demonstration purposes, but you could do your journaling. I accidentally put an A there when I meant to put an O, like that. And you see that it doesn't bead up, it doesn't smear, it's completely dry right away. It's the same for writing on stickers. Like if you never know if it's going to smear or not, I just always use my Mono Twin. We do sell these in the shop now, so you can grab one of these when you grab your kit if you don't already have a good slick surface writer. I like this one because it's a really vivid dark black. Of those 6 grid cards that come in the kit, I kept 4 of mine in the full 4x6 size. How they look. It is so handy to have grid cards on hand. And even if you don't use them all up in 1 month, keep them, because sometimes I go through lots and lots of them. And it's always nice to have extras on hand. So that's why the kit comes with lots of grid cards. So this month we also have a second set of cards available. Most months we will have one, but we were hoping to bring this to market last month. And so we do have our holiday themed cards here as well. So the setup of this kit is the same as the Happy Home one. We have 4x6 cards, and they're similar in design to the other ones. These are designed to coordinate with the Cheerful kit. If you do have that kit, it will work really nicely with it, but of course it works really well all on its own. So we have those 4. Then we do have a cut apart card as well with these fun little phrases. I'll show it in more detail when I show you the cut up one. And then we have these 9 sheets with 18 3x4-inch designs on them. And then we have our 6 grid cards as well. So I'll show you the contents of this one as well. And we can go through it faster because it has pretty much the same design elements, and it's coordinate to be very flexible and to encourage a DIY approach. So we have All I Want for Christmas with these fun candy cane stripes. Naughty and I Know It. And if this doesn't appeal to you, it's very easy to cover it up with one of these labels that come in the main kit. We have another circle design that works really well with a 2-inch punch. We have this fun night sky design with some journaling stripes, some journaling lines. And then we have a full watercolor 3x4. This could be a filler, or you could add a little sticker to it. We have another one of these frames with a Merry and Bright 'Tis the Season design on it. We have another half circle. We have this one here as well with Merry Christmas. We have a holiday coffee card with some journaling lines. We have another one of these cards where you can put a title and 2 little photos with the cute little red matting on it if you use it that way. We have another circle design. I love this holly print. It's so pretty. We have some Christmas trees. We have another one of those star designs that works so well with a 2-inch punch. Weekend plans, watch Christmas movies, and this one works really well in conjunction with this. So we have you could use this for a filler and then also use this, and these squares are where you can document what your favorite Christmas movies and shows are. This one says Santa, Why You Be Judgin', and again, if that's not appealing to you, you can easily cover it up with the common sizes of photos that you might be printing up anyways. And then it becomes this really nice design, this really nice pattern that holds a photo. We have this awesome stack of kitty cats with a holiday hat. So cute. We have a little Merry Christmas, again, easily covered with common sizes of photos. We have a Happy Holiday Christmas mug with hot chocolate or coffee, can be covered with common sizes of photos if it doesn't appeal to you. And then I have cut down, I think I cut down half of my grid cards in this kit. So I have 6 grid cards here in the 3x4-inch size. And then, as I already mentioned, this one is for documenting your favorite TV shows or movies. But if you wanted to, you could cover that up pretty easily with one of these labels that come in the main kit. And of course, the labels that came with the Cheerful kit are actually holiday colored, so those would be easy. But if you wanted to use this for something else, you certainly could. Then we have more of this beautiful holly design, this time on a white background. And again, the strip down there, which you could cover with another pattern if you wanted to from your kit. This is another opportunity to use a nice big 3x3-inch photo and have that pretty candy cane design around it. And if you didn't want this title for your journaling, it says Christmas trees and presents, please. You could easily cover it up with, I think this one will cover it. Yes. Next, we have watercolor trees on a grid background. And then we have these cut aparts. These are little word phrases that you can cut and use as little word strips and sentiments across your page. And I did size this so that all of the letters were well into the center so that you could use it for a frame, like for a mat for a 4x6 photo that you have shrunk down to 3.75 by 5.75. And again, I just love these mats that are half and half. So this is my preference. So that's what I leaned towards. So those are the pocket card kits that are available for December 1st. If you grab one of these kits, please share what you're making online so I can see what people are doing with it. It will help me design them in the future if I know what your needs are and what people are interested and how people are using the cards. So please share them and tag us on social media if you get one of these kits and create something beautiful with it. So those are the kits for December. I hope that you saw something that you like here in our Happy Home kit and add-ons. If you would like to purchase any of our kits, you can head on down to MercyTiaraKits.com. It's linked in the information section of all of our videos. So I hope that you have a really great scrappy month.